Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Domestic Disputes with
Reed Saunders!
That's right. I'm really excited for today's show, so let's not waste any time and just get into it. This is Brianna.
Hi, Brianna!
Hello.
Tell us why you're here, Brianna. What's going on in your domestic life?
Oh, I'm not here about my domestic life, Reed. I'm actually here because the bar I frequent isn't open and I'm itching to get in a fight. If you don't mind, I'd like to just hang out at the back of your set and wait for a fight to break out so I can just jump in.
Well, normally I wouldn't allow for such an unusual request, but since our security guard is out sick today, I could actually use someone to keep my next guests from ripping each other's throats out. So I'll tell you what, Brianna.
What?
Every time a brawl breaks out, I'll give you 8 seconds to get in a few shots before we have to break up the fight. Is that a deal?
I don't know, Reed. I'm not really interested in breaking up fights, just adding fuel to them.
Well, the alternative is I kick you off my show, and you have to wait until the bar opens to get your fights in.
All right, Reed, you've got a deal.
Excellent. Now, why don't you hang out back there, and we'll bring out our next guest. Let's welcome Dimitri to the show. Welcome to the show, Dimitri. Why don't you tell us why you're here?
It's my roommate, Luke.
What about him, Dimitri?
He's just been so intolerant. Ever since I came out identifying as a landfill, he's just been inconsiderate of my lifestyle. He refuses to accommodate any of my needs.
I'm sorry. You said you identify as a landfill?
That's right, Reed. Don't tell me you're a bigot, too.
Oh no, of course not. I've just never met someone who has identified as a landfill before.
Well, it's a real thing.
Now we know. But anyways, what's the trouble with your roommate?
Well, like I said, Reed, he's just been so inconsiderate of my lifestyle. We landphilia have a lot of special needs, and for whatever reason, he just can't seem to understand that.
Well, for those of us who aren't aware, Dimitri, why don't you give us some examples of your special needs so we can get a better idea of your situation?
Gladly. As someone who identifies as a landfill, I require a lot of space to spread my trash, my garbage, my rubbish, and since my room isn't big enough, I've started using the living room, the dining room, kitchen, bathroom, and Luke's bedroom as dumping grounds.
And he has a problem with this?
Yes, he does. Can you believe the intolerance, Reed?
Disgusting.
And it gets worse.
Oh?
Yes, my idiot roommate also has a problem with the hygiene practices that go along with being landphilia. You see, landphilia like me believe that personal hygiene is a sin, an insult to the beauty of waste, which is why I haven't showered or done anything to clean myself in the last 46 days.
Is that why you smell like a steaming pile of garbage?
Yes, thank you for noticing, but I'm not done talking about all the abuse I go through.
Well, do go on.
On top of all that, my roommate prevents me from expressing myself sexually.
What? Like he won't let you have people sleep over?
Oh no, nothing like that.
Well, then what?
Reed, landphilia don't mate with humans. We mate with garbage. I had spent the past several months constructing a suitable mate out of old food wrappers and tattered rags. And I come home last week to find out my roommate had thrown it away, saying that it was attracting ants and mice.
Well, was it?
Yes, but that's not the point. The point is that my roommate refuses to respect my needs, and so as a result, I had to take matters in my own hands.
Well, we've got your roommate backstage, so before we bring him out here, why don't you tell us what you did?
Well, since he kept me from expressing my sexuality, I took it upon myself to do the same to him.
What do you mean?
I killed his girlfriend.
What?
I decided that since my needs, no matter how unorthodox and inconvenient to those around me, weren't being met, that his shouldn't be either. So 2 days ago, I killed his girlfriend and dumped her body in a lagoon.
Well, I guess let's just bring out Luke so you two can settle this dispute. Luke, first things first. Sorry for your loss. Now, do you have anything to say to Dimitri? All right. Dimitri, do you have anything to say to Luke?
Doesn't feel so good, does it, Scumlord? You took everything from me, and now I've taken everything from you!
Thank you, Brianna. Now, if you would please escort Dimitri off set so we can hear Luke's side of the story. All right, Luke, have a seat. Luke, we've heard Dimitri's side of things. Now let's hear yours. Do you think his actions were out of line?
Do I think they were out of line? Do I think they were out of line?
All right. No need to shout.
All I did was clean the apartment and take out the trash. That's all I did. And he...
Okay, but you must see that he was just reacting to you not respecting his lifestyle.
It's not even a real thing. Identifying as a landfill is not a real thing.
Well, come on, Luke. It's 2016. You really shouldn't be so intolerant.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that people are actually taking his side. He's a monster.
Luke, you can't call someone a monster just because you disagree with their beliefs.
It's not... He...
We'll be right back, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Let's face it, kids are no fun. They keep you up at night and put a damper on your social life. But what if there was a quick and easy way to lose custody of your kids? At Goal Custody, we specialize in making sure your kids stay as far away from you as possible. We've got a crack team of lawyers who are experts at making you look unsuitable to raise your own children. We can make this look like this. But don't just take it from me. Listen to what these real-life, not actors, have to say about Goal Custody.
I used to spend all my time wishing I never had kids. Thanks to Goal Custody, that wish came true. Thanks, Goal Custody.
After I had kids, I had to give up all my hobbies, like woodworking and having a will to live. Thanks to Goal Custody, I got all my old hobbies back. Thanks, Goal Custody.
So if you're tired of parasites draining you of your youth and money, call Goal Custody. Because there's no custody like no custody.
Call 800-555-1849 to get those pesky kids out of your life. That's 800-555-1849. Call now.
Welcome back to Domestic Disputes with
Reed Saunders!
Let's welcome our next guest, Wanda. Thanks for joining us, Wanda.
Thanks for having me, Reed.
Now, tell us why you're here.
It's this girl, Olivia, Reed.
Okay, what about her?
She's been keeping me in the friend zone.
Oh, trouble making a love connection, huh?
No, actually, just the opposite.
What?
For the last few months, I've been trying to make this girl my enemy. But no matter what I do, she won't commit to the rivalry. I've tried everything, Reed.
Such as?
Well, I started out small, poisoning her houseplants, smashing her windows with bricks.
Mm-hmm.
And when that didn't work, I tried stuff like cutting her brakes, stealing her identity, but nothing worked, Reed. She doesn't seem to grasp the concept that we should be enemies.
Sounds like you're in a tough spot, Wanda.
I know. I'm worried that I might be in the friend zone forever.
Well, you've come to the right person. I'm an expert when it comes to the friend zone. Girls put me in it all the time.
And you've gotten out of it?
We're not here to talk about me, Wanda, but I think I may have an idea how to help you out.
Well, tell me.
In my experience, the best way to make someone your enemy is to embarrass them on television. We've actually got Olivia backstage right now. So let's bring her out here and humiliate her. Hello, Olivia.
Hi, Reed.
All right, Wanda. Have at it.
I hate you, Olivia. You're pathetic. You're gonna die alone.
Don't say that, Wanda. You don't mean it.
Ugh, why don't you just take the hint? We are enemies.
I'm sorry, Wanda, but I just don't see it that way. It's not you, it's me.
Okay. Now let's hear from Olivia. So tell us about Wanda, Olivia. Why won't you be enemies with her?
I just don't see the point. I mean, this isn't high school, and this isn't some fantasy novel set in medieval times. I just don't see why I need an enemy.
Interesting point, Olivia. So what do you want for you and Wanda?
I really just want her to leave me alone. I'm running out of living houseplants and unsmashed windows. Any ideas of how I can get her to back off?
Sorry, Olivia. The lifeblood of my show is confrontation, violence, and people's unhappiness. So I really try avoiding helping people solve their problems if it wouldn't promote any of those things. But thanks for joining us. Now leave.
Ooh, you suck!
Now it's time for my favorite part of the show, where I get to tell each of my guests how they should be living their lives. Let's start with Brianna. Brianna, you seem like a great girl, but if you can't find someone to fight, don't just walk in my studio and expect to get on my show, because I'm not always this nice. Try getting addicted to heroin. I hear overcoming that is one of the toughest fights you could be in. Dimitri, if you're having trouble with your roommate, don't murder his girlfriend. That just adds more complications to your relationship. You would be much better off murdering your roommate instead. That way, you won't have any problems with him. Plus, you now have the apartment to yourself. Luke, even if you disagree with someone's beliefs, you still have to bend over backwards to meet their every need. It's a little thing called tolerance. You can't expect your girlfriend to not get murdered if you treat people like you treated Dimitri. I'm surprised a bigot like you managed to get a girlfriend in the first place. You disgust me. Wanda, if it's an enemy you want, try acquiring superpowers. I find that whenever someone develops superpowers, there's immediately an endless line of people clamoring to be their enemy. Olivia, don't come on my show if you want a rational solution to your problems. That's not what we're about here on Domestic Disputes with Reed Saunders. I'm an entertainer first and a problem solver second. Well, that's all for me today. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you're having a dispute, don't look to a counselor or psychologist for help. Look to a television host. Bye now.
We mate with garbage. You see, Lanphilia like me believe that personal hygiene is a sin, an insult to the beauty of waste.